Thank you for your question. I'm extremely proud of my record of delivery since first being elected Mayor of London in 2016. I'm confident that Londoners would regard the delivery of our Universal Free Schools Meals programme as a success. We've now provided more than 120 million nutritious free school meals to our state primary school pupils, ensuring our youngest children don't go hungry in the classroom, helping them to concentrate and learn, and saving parents around £500 per year per child. We've also cut toxic air pollution by half in central London, bringing our air within legal limits 200 years earlier than the experts predicted, and making sure millions of Londoners across our city are breathing cleaner air every day. Other successes include helping more than 20,000 rough sleepers off our streets, building the highest number of council homes in decades, and backing our businesses to create hundreds of thousands of new jobs. We've also made travel around London faster, cleaner and easier with the Night Tube, the Superloop, the Elizabeth Line, more zero-emission buses, a five-fold increase in protected cycle lanes, and the Hopper bus fare. As announced recently, the Weekend Hopper will also be arriving soon, which will offer unlimited daily bus journeys for the price of a single fare during the school summer holidays. But our successes don't end there. After years of cuts, we've rebuilt our youth services from the ground up, creating more than 1 million positive opportunities for young Londoners, with plans now in place to support high-quality youth clubs in every borough. We've doubled funding from City Hall for the police, which has helped to bring our homicide rate down to its lowest level on record, with the fewest number of teenage homicides last year in 3 decades. And since I was elected in 2016, we've seen a 7-fold increase in the number of employers paying the London living wage, putting more than £1 billion extra into the pockets of our lowest paid Londoners. But obviously I do have some regrets, and that includes not being able to do more to stop a hard Brexit that has been hugely damaging for our city and country, and I regret not challenging more robustly those who are determined to talk down our city, stoke division for their own political gain, and deny the progress we've made.
Dearie me, 10 years, and that's what you say. When you first started, you said that the safety of Londoners was your #1 priority. Quite right, and so it should be. So why have you failed so spectacularly to increase police numbers in London? You now have 400 fewer police officers than you inherited as mayor.
Well, that's not quite right.
No, it is.
That's not quite right, Chair. The number of officers at the end of the financial year for which the previous mayor was responsible is less than the officers we have now, and police staff as well. And that's a consequence of the previous government, cutting a third of core funding of the Met Police Service, £1.2 billion. So as a consequence, what we've had to do, despite opposition from some in the Assembly, is to raise council tax precept, the policing precept, and also use business rates to fill the massive hole left by central government cuts. And that's one of the reasons why we've been able to see the progress we've made in terms of homicides, knife crime, burglaries, gun crime, and the like.
Yeah, you have indeed increased the precept. So we're all paying a lot more for less officers, yet we've got at least 500,000 extra people in London. Crime is building up. Let me have a look. Robbery has gone up 43%, 25% increase in knife crime, 61% increase in sexual offences since you've been there. Yet you keep telling us you're putting more money into it. We're going down to less officers than ever. And yet when there was a Conservative government, you insisted that you needed 38,000 police officers and that you were aiming for that because you knew that's what we needed. Yes, we do. Now, apparently, you've got the golden opportunity, to quote yourself there, for Londoners with the Labour government being in charge. Well, it's not a golden opportunity. It's been a complete and utter disaster, hasn't it, Mr. Mayor, with your completely and utterly disastrous Labour government. All I know now is we've got fewer officers on the street. You've just been talking to one of my colleagues that there's 350 people a day helping with the crisis in Brent for the Jewish community. They're coming from existing officers. That's no good. We haven't got enough officers. We need more officers. And it's no good just throwing a little bit of money at that now. We need their core budgets increased so that police have got confidence to go out and employ more officers, because that, I'm telling you, is what we need.
So, Chair, there are 3 areas raised by the member. One is investment from City Hall officers. 2 is crime stats since 2016, and 3 is crime stats since the new Labour government was elected. Let me deal with each in turn. So from City Hall, we've more than doubled the investment in the police from the previous mayor. It was less than £600 million from the previous mayor. It's more than £1.2 billion now, so more than doubling of investment from City Hall, and that's paying for 1,300 officers that otherwise wouldn't be funded, PCSOs and the extra. And we've also increased neighbourhood police teams, really important to fighting crime, and increased the number of police staff as well. The second area raised by the member was crime since 2016. Well, crime since 2016, violence with injuries down by 13%. That's a reduction of 10,020 offences. Burglaries down by 31%. That's a reduction of 21,309 offences. Homicide is down by 15%. Gun crime is down by 57%, 147 fewer offences. Theft from a vehicle is down by 12%, a reduction of 5,877 offences. The member then goes on to talk about the golden opportunity of a Labour government. So let's look at the crime figures. Since we had a Labour government over the last 12 months, overall crime continues to fall year on year across London. Neighbourhood crime shows strong reduction. Personal theft down by 13%, theft from person down by 22%.
We're talking about the last 10 years, Mr. Mayor.
Chair, bicycle theft down by 8%. Residential burglary of a home down by 6%.
You're cherry
Shoplifting
picking.
down by
No, stop this,
3%.
because you only ever cherry pick. Don't give that look to me. You cherry pick. We're looking at the last 10 years. We have 400 fewer officers than when you took over in the last 10 years. Overall crime is up nearly a quarter since you took over 10 years ago. Record amounts of money, you say, is going into it. Well, clearly that's not value for money, then, is it? It's not value for money at all. Labour's idea so often is, oh, let's throw money at it and it'll be all right. Well, no, it's not. It's very, very poor return for the money of Londoners' money, and you are failing to keep them safe. So would you like to apologise to Londoners for not keeping them safe, Mr. Mayor, with your 10-year legacy?
Well, Chair, let's deal with this 10-year legacy. In terms of police officer numbers, at the end of the financial year, for which the last mayor was responsible, we had 31,049 police officers, 31,049. At the end of 25, we had 33,013. At the end of the next year, 27, we will still have 31,181 officers more than the previous mayor. Let's look at police staff. At the end of the last year, for which the previous mayor was responsible,
38,000 is what you wanted.
Chair, you can't ask a question and then heckle when somebody's answering. At the end of the last financial year, for which the previous mayor...
But they're not accurate figures, Mr. Mayor. I think we should stop here because you
she wants to stop now. She wants to stop because the answers are what she likes.
I'll publish these figures and it'll just show how dreadful you are. Thank you, Chairman.
Maybe you should stand for mayor.
Oh, do you know what? I knew you'd say that. And you know what it is? He's really upset that nobody's asked him to give up being mayor here so he can go and be the new Prime Minister. You're just going to have to get over it, Mr. Mayor.
Andy, not Sadiq.
Yes. Let's try and pull this ship back on course, shall we? Assembly Member Turrell, please.